Hello. All right. Looks like it's finished doing what it's doing. All right. So, good morning. Good morning. We have
Mars.
a Mars hour right now. And the moon is currently in Aquarius. Very early. It passed Pluto last night at 10:30 p.m. So now we're just in this rebellious frame of mind. How's everyone feeling? Do you feel like really pushing back? All right, so Uranus rules Aquarius in the modern rulership, which is I'm going to do it differently and I'm going to do it my way. And then Saturn rules it in the traditional way. Hang on, I've just got no one here. Where is everybody? Yeah, so we definitely have the type of day today where now the moon is trine the south node. Oh, good morning. How are you? All right, so this is good. All right, the moon is trine the south node, and like I was just saying at the beginning, the moon is in Aquarius, which is we've got our rebel on, guys. We could be very vocal about the injustices in the world. We could be looking at things and being like, "Good morning, Louise." We could be like, "Fuck that," you know. Very much. That doesn't sit right with me. Good morning, Alicia. How are you? All right. So now again, Uranus, all right? It's in Taurus. That is our values, our comfort, our security, our finances, our food security, whether we're warm at night or not. So when we're looking at this, the moon is still conjunct Pluto. It's a separating conjunction. Good morning, Kath. But we could still have this, I mean, there's so much Aries in the sky right now, okay? So we've got Hygieia. We're moving towards our own well-being. The sun, obviously, the sun is shining its light on your independence, your courage, your ability to do things on your own, in your own way as well with that Aquarian moon. The North Node, which is tomorrow, the 5th, all right, that yellow brick road, that path forward, that karma, that potential that you have, it's in your vision right now. You can see it. But the sun is also highlighting the South Node, which is that stuff you need to remove. Now, in the words, I'll just read it because it makes more sense. All right. So when we decided to do an audit, okay, Mercury retrograde, it was because it was known that something wasn't right. And that's the premise. Well, not the premise of a retrograde. That's just science. That's just nature. But we can look at it and go, okay, let's review and redo. All right. We'll get it better the second and third time. All right. By accepting that changes need to be made so that a better future can be embraced, everybody wins. All right. So if you're not holding on to those South Node things or that things we need to release, you're making way for new things to come into your life. Just like a good declutter. If you are feeling stagnant and frustrated and you don't have enough money and you have a look around your life and your environment and it is full of shit that you don't need, want, you were given stuff, you feel obliged to save it, like have a good declutter and see what energy comes back into your life. All right. So, um, okay, so that was the review, retrograde stuff. All right. So search through your thoughts and look for the rotten fruit and take it out so that the rot can't spread. Put it in the compost because it still has value, just not in your head. All right. So today, and with this retrograde process and with this Aquarian moon, um, we are looking through our thoughts to find those thoughts that are no longer relevant. That south node is being highlighted. The moon is trying the south node. Good morning, Jay. So it actually gives us so much assistance to identify those thoughts and release them. All right, tomorrow's sun north node. All right, so that is amazing. So we also have that Chiron, which is very, very active and wedged in there. All right, the debris that we can see on that road forward is our old hurts that previously we would have tripped over. But now, because we've been doing so much work, we've been exercising our spiritual muscles and exercising our ability to join the dots to see why we're in this situation, why we have this belief, and the fact that we acknowledge that changes can be made, therefore we get to move forward under our own steam with us being authentic and unique. So, and then obviously Mercury retrograde in Aries. All right. So now that is also opposing Lilith conjunct the South Node. You know what I mean? So there are these things being highlighted. Good morning, Sally. So the sun is also highlighting Lilith. And she's like, I can't hold it in anymore. I'm gonna pop. You told me for so long I couldn't XYZ. You suppressed ABC. You have inflicted your views. Good morning, Emma. I told you I look like a crazy person. I'm going to go see the lovely Emma today, and she's going to make me look fabulous. Okay, so yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm sure you can feel the rebel fucking vibes in the air because there's things that are just growing beneath the surface that can't be contained anymore. Oh, look, there we go. This shit cannot be contained anymore. All right, so if you are feeling this stuff and you don't feel safe enough to voice your opinion to the people that matter, good morning, Susan, then write it down. Just get it out of your head. All right, so there was the analogy that I used, that we're looking for the piece of rotten fruit. It still has value. It was a thought that was given to you in nurturing. Like, here's something that is going to nurture you. Here's something that we think has kept us safe, therefore we think it's going to keep you safe. All right, but here you are at whatever age you are, looking into your thoughts going, that's a fucked up thought, or that's not me. So we're looking for that piece of rotten fruit so that it doesn't spread and make the rest of us feel bad or yucky. So we're taking that piece of fruit and we're using it as compost. We're helping that piece of fruit grow our future potential because it's an experience that we have gained strength from. All right. So, even just the unique perspective that the Aquarian moon gives us, it's past Pluto. you know it's got that transformation already sort of started to it's already started to transform, hence it's already started to rot. And moon trine south node, we can identify and we can release. Oh, hot flush. Yeah. Okay, all right. Whew. All right, so we also have Mercury coming up back to conjunct that Chiron. All right, so where are you right now? Are you like really, really feeling it? Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Vicky. Oh, thank you, Sally. Yeah, so if you are getting your rebel on, all right, Aquarius, you could be looking at the society and being feeling injustice. You could be looking at your community and feeling like you need to oversee some sort of care for these people. All right, so remembering it's either you either identify with the energy of Uranus in Taurus or Saturn in Pisces. Both of those things have rulership over this Aquarian moon. So, like I said earlier, is it, Uranus allowing you to see that change is available where finances, values, comfort, security, um, you know, even just that Jupiter coming up to conjunct Uranus, you're getting a bigger awareness of how things could potentially change. Or if you're feeling the Saturn vibe, you're looking at these subconscious foundations. All right, we're looking at the things we were given when we were young that no longer, they're not just the rotten fruit, but they're the bricks that we've built our foundations upon that need replacing because I don't know, maybe the cement has fallen away and it's a little bit unstable. But we're creating and building our own future, so we can grab another brick that is an ideal that we have, and we can remortar it and re-secure our own lives through strengthening our foundations. Woof, there we go. Didn't think that I would get that into it, but yeah, change is inevitable. Change is in the air. All right. So with this 24th of April that is coming is so big for so many people because, or self-entitled, rude, smart-mouthed teachers. Yes. Well, you know what though? They don't know any better. And like Jen, we're not teenagers anymore. How were we as teenagers? I know I was a horror when well, no, I wasn't a horror. I was um I was misinterpreted. I didn't have the vocabulary to express myself in a way that a different generation could understand what I was trying to say. And even that, I didn't have the understanding and vocabulary to express myself successfully. I didn't get the assistance that I needed. And, I do agree with you. In schools right now, there is so much available because adults know how screwed up the kids are, but the kids still don't want to have that help because they're still in that rebel phase. There is no respect these days though. But, did we fully respect our elders? I mean, we were made to. We were definitely slapped upside the head. Good morning, Liz. How are you? I mean, it's a totally different world now, Jen. Totally. Get them teenagers to feed themselves. Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? But, yes, we say they're entitled, but that's because we had to work for everything that we did. You know, I mean, yes, teenagers now, they expect $1,000 phones. Man, when I wanted something, I had to go work for it. My mum was like, fuck that, you go get a job. Okay, and I did. I've worked since I was 14. And I still want to work. I love working because it's a means for me to get what I want. You know, I just actually had that conversation with Michael this morning. Like, people in society now, yes, Liz, or Jen, absolutely, and Kath, they are entitled, but they've been given everything because we weren't. This is that imbalance in society. It's always going to, each generation is going to rebel against the last. And then, even Michael this morning, he was like, I want to go back to the good old days. These guys here wanted this life. These guys here want that life. Where's your middle ground, Too scared not to. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I think it's a very potentially volatile day, whether that volatility is in your own thoughts or whether you can actually go and do something about the injustice that you see, then maybe, that's something that you can work on. Again, though, if you are not feeling the ability to express that, Lilith conjunct the South Node, I still believe that getting it out, no matter which way, whether you just sit in an empty room and voice it so that, that resonance comes out, or whether you grab a pen and paper and just scribble. And there is no right. I had a lovely conversation yesterday with someone who said maybe I'll get those words wrong. Version 1, version 2, version 3. There is no right. All you're doing is getting it out. All right. It is important that you voice or express these things that have been repressed in you, because they're the things that fester. Identifying that rotten fruit and getting it out. Good morning, Kay. How are you? So let's draw a card. I won't do cards for everyone today, but I'm going to open my Zoom room for my group if you want to come and exercise, because I feel the need to punch shit today. So I am going to go outside and have a hit workout. So if anybody wants to cohabitate a space, if you're like, I can't be bothered exercising, if you want some inspiration, I'm going to open my Zoom room. Oh, so give us a card that summarizes today and the rebel vibes that we feel. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And maybe you can do something today. Ooh, the Emperor. Oh my God. Okay, I love this one. Maybe you can see things that need to be addressed, but how wise, how strategic, if you look at the bigger picture outside your immediate view, is there something that you can see that you can work towards that is going to make a bigger difference than just jumping up and down on the spot right now? So yeah, maybe hooking into that wisdom. Yeah, it is definitely an I want generation, Liz. I agree. Yeah, but now we need to tell them, well, if you want it, you need to work for it. Yeah, I know. All right, so yeah, the emperor. So I mean, maybe there might be people out there that come across a wise man that can give you assistance today. It is Mars, and that is he's sitting on Mars there. And as I started today, it was Mars hour. So and listen to me, I'm revved up. He is holding a chess piece, and he is sitting on a chess board there. So you are right. All right. And remembering Mars is Aries, but Mars is also Scorpio. All right. So we've got the ram's head there, the skeleton. So yeah, so be strategic. Think of the generals and their war boards. I'm thinking of Game of Thrones right now. They had that awesome, I mean, look, lots of movies like that they have the big table with all of the land, strategic, hang on, what's that word? Topographically, visualized so they can. I read synchronized, and Jen it was like yes. So yeah, maybe you can do, the injustice that we see in society as a whole, it needs to be approached strategically and with foresight and forethought. So, and again, history can help us a lot as well. So so, ladies, I hope you have an amazing day. And, if you are feeling that frustration, get it out. All right. So, yes, today is Uranus and Saturn, but Mars is fast approaching Saturn. The Mars Saturn conjunction is on the 11th of April, so here we are, Mars being very Zen like and Saturn being very let's transform our foundations to a place that is more synchronized with our own ideals now. So how can you strategically move towards, this rebuilding of some of structures that are important to you? So there we go. How do you feel about that, ladies? So thank you so much for joining me today. It is Thursday. We still have the moon in Aquarius all the way until tomorrow evening at 10:13 p.m. So now there is a sextile that starts with the sun at 4 p.m. So the afternoon looks like it's going to work a little bit more harmoniously. Yes, I know. I am really looking forward to this workout today. So, like I said, for my coaching group, the Zoom room will be open at 9:30. I feel like give myself a bit of time. So 9:30 if anybody wants to join me. And if you're interested in still joining the coaching group, shoot me a message and we can chat. So, mwah, have a great day.